Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow, 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 ow.
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Irreverent Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Howdy do. This is the February 16th, the first Sunday after Valentine's Day, or as I'm going to call it, your second chance to get it right. That's right, because some people did not do it right on the 14th. I'm not saying everybody is celebrating, because and not everybody should be celebrating. It's not mandatory. It's not a holy high day or anything like that. But some people were, or some people tried to celebrate, and they go like, "Look, honey, look what I got for you." And she's like, "I got you some Viagra." He's like, "Did I need Viagra? Why didn't you tell me this? How long you been unhappy?" See, so today's the day she can kind of get it right. Now, I'm going to talk about getting it right a little bit later. But I want to get through the good morning stuff. So good morning, brothers and sisters. And this includes our new members who may be enjoying us for the first time, wherever you may be and wherever you want to be, because you may not be where you want to be, but there you are. That's right. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCMLIX. For those of you who read Roman, that's 1959. Okay. People have also called me the racy reverend, the pervert pastor, the vile vulgar vicar of vice, the sexy shepherd, the missionary man, the minister of mischief, the wicked witness, the dirty deacon doggy style, the frisky fry, the ass man abbot, the booty banging brother, the handsy high priest, the father fistless, the holy holder, divine dominating dominator, the depraved preacher, the minister of making love, the clergy of cunning conversation while eating pussy, and that nasty N-word. Yes, indeed. I have been called all of those things and then some. They don't hurt my feelings. You can't hurt my feelings. I have to choose for my feelings to be hurt. But the point is that I come by many names and by many methods, but I do not come easy. Amen to that. So let us begin, as we always begin, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck? Yeah. Amen. Now, our opening prayer. Yeah, it's time for our opening prayers. If you or someone you know is in need of prayer, by the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, except for this week, because I didn't check my emails this week. I was too fucking busy to remember to check my email. I know. So I apologize if you sent something. Yeah, I apologize. But, you could always put it in the chat room also. I could eventually read it that way. I mean, I get the prayer right on the fly, but what the hell? We'll see, because flies need prayers too. And why are we praying on the fly anyway? We got a Bible, a perfectly good Bible right there. I'd rather pray on your wallet. So someone you need is in need of prayer by me, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. Please send your request of prayer, healing, forgiveness, or any such shit to me at drrevjellyrolle@gmail.com. Please remember to spell roll with an E on the end. Otherwise, that other Jelly Roll, not me, will wind up with your request, and you do not want your blessings being held up by some imposter. Well, they could be a real Jelly Roll. They just wouldn't be me. It's like you go into Dunkin' Donuts and you say, "I want a Jelly Roll." And then in your mind, there's only one Jelly Roll. It's the grape. That's in your mind. It's got to be the grape Jelly Roll with the sugar on it. The little powdered sugar with the jelly. And when you're done, people think you did a line of Coke. So that jelly, but they don't know that unless you say it, and then they reach back and they get you the strawberry jelly, or they get you one that's not even jelly, it's jam. It's like, what the fuck is that? Or it's not even jam, it's preserves. It's like, no, I asked for a jelly roll, and what the fuck are you doing back there? And why are you in Dunkin' Donuts anyway? You diabetic? Never mind. The point is that if you don't ask for it by name, you don't get it by name. Okay, you're not specific about what you want someone to give you what they think you want, and it's not often what they think you want or what you want, it's what is convenient for them. All right, yeah, that's right. That's one of the first things I taught my daughter. It's like, if you go out with a guy, you make up in your mind in advance where you want that date to go. You know what I'm saying? You say, I want a nice dinner, and then you drop me off. I want a nice dinner, you can kiss me on the cheek and you drop me off. I want a nice dinner, you can feel me over the dress, but not under the dress. And then you take me home, and that's it. You make up your mind, and if you make up your mind what you want, because if the guy says to you, so what do you want to do? And you say, I don't know, surprise me. Or you won't be fucking surprised, although you shouldn't be, because he's a young man. He's only wanting one thing. So you shouldn't be surprised, but you're going to go like, oh, I'm surprised. I didn't know it was going to end up like this. It's, oh, yes, you did. I told you, make up your mind in advance. So make up your mind. And know what you want, okay? And you want me to be the one to be doing your prayers, not some imposter. No, no, no. Okay, so now for our disclaimer. While all prayers are heard, not all prayers are answered when you want them to be. Some loopholes and restrictions may apply. Please bow your head unless you are driving your car or your significant other. And if that is the case, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Just close. That's right. Close your eyes and let Jesus do the driving while we pray. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Tony Roberts. Yes, indeed. Tony Roberts appeared in 6 Woody Allen films, excluding the home movies with Soon Yi. He wasn't in those, unless he was on the camera. But that's not in, that's part of. But we never seen him in those movies. Tony enjoyed a long, bountiful career on Broadway. He died Friday due to complications of lung cancer. He was 85 years old. That's right. Roberts appeared in, like I said, he appeared in 6 Woody Allen movies, including Play It Again, Sam, Annie Hall, Stardust Memories, Hannah and Her Sisters, and Radio Days. I know some smartass out there was counting and is going to say, wait a second, you said 6 films and you just named 5. Are you so lazy that you can't say one more film title? And the answer to that is no, I am not too lazy to say one more title. I am too lazy to look up that 6th film. That's right. So there, I answered that question before you let it slip out your mouth. That's right. The actor was also known for his work on Broadway, for which he won 2 Tony nominations. Two nominations for Best Actor in, let's see, How Now, Dow Jones, and Play It Again, Sam. 1968. Yeah, that's when that was. Now, I could be wrong on those facts. You can check it out yourself. Like I said, I was lazy. All right. His most recent work was the 2017 television film adaptation of Dirty Dancing. That's right. He played, I think he played Baby, if I remember correctly, because he was so old he couldn't dance, so they put Baby in the corner. I'm pretty sure that's how the sequel went, but we'll see. Tony Roberts usually played the handsome friend in Woody Allen movies, but let's be honest. We all know what Woody Allen looked like. Okay, so anybody standing next to Woody Allen would be the handsome friend. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I mean, you could be Woody Allen's handsome friend. I don't even know what you look like, but I know if you're standing next to Woody Allen, you'd be the handsome friend. Okay, and you know something? I'm just realizing that Tony Roberts wasn't the guy that played Donald Hollinger in That Girl. You know, I was thinking that was Tony Roberts. He played in That Girl. That's not. I was wrong. Rest in peace, Tony, and thank you for the Stardust Memories. Now that I know who you are, and you're not the guy that played Donald Hollinger and that girl, you were quite good. Yes, you were. Can I get a Midsummer's Night Sex comedy in the middle of winter? Dear Lord, please bless Sister Virginia McCaskey. That's right, Virginia McCaskey, longtime Chicago Bears owner and matriarch, died. She was 102 years of age. The cause of death has not been released. Seems a little suspicious, though, that she's just fine at 100 years, and she's fine at 101 years, and then all of a sudden at 102, she just dies. Just seems suspicious, that's all. I would check into that. She's fine for 101 years, and all of a sudden 102, and she's gone like that. I'd look into that if I were the police. I would. Virginia McCaskey was the owner of the Bears for 41 years. And in those 41 years, she scored the same number of Super Bowl touchdowns as Walter Payton. And only one fewer than William the Refrigerator Perry. That's right. She was that productive on the field. At least during the Super Bowls. Okay, I know that remark was a bit callous. And I don't mean to be a ditka about it. Come on. You didn't think I was going to make a Hallis and a Ditka reference in the what? Yeah. Yeah, so this is the farmer said the cow never died before. It was the first time. That's right. The cow never died before. Yes, indeed. Lord have mercy. So, rest in peace, Virginia. Your late husband was getting tired of waiting for your ass. He's like, come on, God damn it, woman, come on. Dear Lord, please bless John the Kid Cooney. And no, he's not a black guy. He was an Irish boxer, John Cooney. He was 28, and he has tragically died following his 9th-round stoppage defeat at the hands of Nathan Howells at the Ulster Hall in Belfast. He was hit hard and fell fast in Belfast. That's right. I mean, it's not quite the Thriller in Manila, but it is what it is. Cooney is most remembered for defeating Liam Gaynor in the opening round in 2023 to win the Celtic title on the high-profile Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron Q undercard. Yeah, all right. Unless you were me, then. Because if you're me, he is most famous for dying. Because that's the first time I ever heard of his ass. Before that, I have no idea. So as far as I'm concerned, he's most famous for dying. But for you boxing fans, he's famous for that other thing, too. He was making the first defense of his belt against Howells when he was knocked down in the 9th round. That's right. Knocked down in the 9th round. And eventually, the fight was stopped. That's right. Stop it. The Irish boxer was attended to by medical staff at the venue after his defeat and subsequently rushed to the Royal Victoria Hospital on a stretcher. I don't know why they didn't rush him there with an ambulance. Why they had to leave him on a stretcher. I mean, that's a lot of extra bouncing, a lot of extra work, and you're running, and then I don't even know what the weather conditions were like. It was a boxing match. It was probably dark out, and he's like being bounced around on a stretcher. Just put his ass in the ambulance and take him there. That's probably why he didn't make it. Let's find out how this ends. Let's see. Cooney suffered an intracranial hemorrhage and required emergency surgery to relieve the pressure on his brain. Look at that. He required emergency surgery, so they surely should have taken him in an ambulance instead of just running on a stretcher. But what the fuck? That's the Irish for you. They were probably too drunk to drive, and that's why they ran. That's it. Of course, that's an Irish stereotype. And this is in mono, right? Okay. So Cooney's condition was critical, and he was placed in intensive care. After a week of battling for his life, which he should have fought harder, should have fought like that in the ring, and maybe he wouldn't be battling for his life if he was battling like that in the ring. That's the time to battle for your life while you're in the ring and somebody's trying to knock your brains out. That's when you battle for your life. I know. I used to box. I was a very good bad boxer, very good average boxer, terrible boxer. But I had a winning record. I was 16-0 in my own weight class and 0-3 when I stepped above it. Because when I stepped above it, somebody knocked me back into my weight class 3 times. And each time took me a couple of days to remember. But that's it. No, but never mind. This is not about me. I'm just saying he should have fought harder in the ring instead of waiting to the last minute to fight. You know what I'm saying? Cooney unfortunately died from his injuries on Saturday. Rest in peace, kid. Dying at 28 is like a gut punch, but to the head and much harder. Can I get a nice Hawaiian punch? Sure. And dear Lord, please bless Brother Bruce French. Brother Bruce French was a character actor who was known to TV audiences as Father Lonigan, the blind priest on the NBC daytime drama Passions. He died Friday in Los Angeles of complications from Alzheimer's disease. He was 79. And I didn't know Alzheimer's disease could get complicated. I thought it made things simple. You just don't remember. That's simple. But who knows? Maybe there's something else going on there that I don't know about Alzheimer's. I'm not a doctor, even though I play one on YouTube. The Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. Thank you very much. The Iowa native was born July 4th, 1945. Racked up over 150 acting credits, according to his IMDb page. As a matter of fact, he is the one who started that chant. The one that, what's his name? Jesse Jackson stole from him, because Jesse Jackson used to yell, I am, and then people were supposed to yell, somebody, I am, somebody. Well, actually, years before that, Bruce French was yelling, I am DB, I am DB. And then it got a cultural appropriation, and Jesse Jackson should be ashamed of himself, because it started off with Bruce French. Debuting on the big screen, that's like I think a 45-inch as opposed to the 32. Debuting on the big screen in the 1974 thriller Man on a Swing, Bruce French segued to television in 1976 with a role in the miniseries Helter Skelter, about the I'm going to say Charles Manson miniseries. 1976. Does that sound about right to everybody? That thing about Helter Skelter was about the Mansons. 76 miniseries. Anybody remember? Bueller. All right. So, what the hell did I just do? Thank you, Lord. His wide array of where I was going to. His wide array of early guest appearances included, and there's a long list. I'm gonna tell you, this is a long fucking list of things he was in. All right, so just hold on, ready? He was in The Walton Soap, Dallas, Family Ties, Fame, The A-Team, Knots Landing, and the original Magnum PI. And his film resume began to grow with roles in dramas like Coming Home, featuring Oscar winners Jane Fonda and John Beat, and Blood Brothers with Richard Gere in, 1978. They were both in 1978. French's career remained chock full of TV guest spots, including Newhart, L.A. Law, Matlock, Highway to Heaven, Moonlighting, Cheers, Falcon Crest, Picket Fences, Star Trek Voyager, and West Wing. He had the recurring role as Jim Burns in the 2-season FX drama The Riches, opposite Mini Driver, about this big, drove a Mini Cooper, and that's how she fit into the thing when she drove into all those people in Germany, in Munich. Mini Driver, Mini Cooper, and Eddie Izzard. Don't have an Eddie Izzard reference. I don't. I know who he is, but I don't even know if he wants me calling him anymore. So I don't even know how to call him. It's just Eddie. I'll call him Eddie Izzard. But that's it. No more mentions of him because there's nothing else about him in here. And other film appearances included Mr. Mom, Fletch, Murphy's Romance, Legal Eagles, Wildcats, Jurassic Park 3, Mr. Deeds, Thank You for Smoking, Beautiful Boy, Mission Impossible 3, and I'm just going to throw this in there. I can't think of another movie he could have been in. He probably was in it, though. All right. But it was his 9-season stint on the aforementioned passions that he is most recognized for. Damn, what wasn't he in? Well, currently he could be seen in his coffin. Rest in peace, Bruce, and scene. Can I get a curtain call? Yes, indeed. And finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at Mind Dog TV. They are truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. And when I say they, it could be one person one one person, or it could be 30 persons back there. Because I have not been to the studio and I don't know exactly how studios work. Like in this studio, there's only one person here. But if you turn the camera around, you'll see I'm alone. See, that's how that works. So, however many people, whoever's in that studio doing all their work, may the good Lord take a good blessing to you. That's right. Because we know that they could be anywhere they want to be today, but they're not. They're here, whether they want to be or not, because they're troopers. And God bless them. And that ought to count for something. Lord have mercy. MindDogTV.com, the place to go to get all of your Church of the Last Resort gear and other shit too. That's right. Like Valentine's Day. This is a special offer just for today. If by chance you fucked up Valentine's Day and you need someone to send an apology, this is your chance. You go to minddogtv.com/merch and you go to the section where it says apologies, and you get to pick which of the Mind Dog TV celebrities you want to call your significant other or ex-significant other, and we will issue an apology on your behalf, okay, and say, look, sorry, I fucked up. I didn't know Valentine's Day was coming on the 14th of February, and I was thinking it was like the 20th this year, and I have a really nice gift coming for you next week the 21st, and my bad. I'm a week off, but I got a really nice gift coming for you on the 21st, and we'll offer that apology for you for $29.95 plus shipping and handling. Yeah, so minddogtv.com/merch, and we will issue that apology. Now, I had to, for the most part, those are standing apologies, except for in the case of Stephen Ortiz, that is not a standing apology, but he will just roll with it. Now, and the price also is actually a sliding scale. I was wrong on the price. It's $19.95 for Ron, and for Stephen, it's $29.95 for Matt Napo, and you get 3/5 off for the black guy. Okay, so there we go. Or you get 2/5 off because it's 3/5. That's right. You get 40% off when the black guy offers the apology. But just because you're paying less doesn't mean you're getting less quality. All of the apologies are basically the same. And now I want to address something. No, do I? Sure. I don't. Did I? Well, just one more thing. There's a video going around of a man. It says a kayaker swallowed by a whale. Okay, this is near and dear to my heart because okay, anyone who's given or received a blowjob knows the difference between swallowing and spitting back out. Okay, I'm just saying. So when they say Mr. Adrian Semenkus was swallowed by a whale, he was not swallowed by the whale. The whale took Adrian into his mouth got a hold of the latex, the rubber, the boat, and spit it back out. Okay. Yes, thank you. So for that video, when don't be fooled. Okay, don't be clickbaiting, clickbaiting, bacon. Whatever it is that you do, don't do it. Don't click, because the whale did not swallow him. Okay, we proved that back in biblical days, that the whale cannot swallow. It's just not swallow people. All right, it's just not just it just ain't happening. Okay, so all that shit, that's bullshit. The only thing that's true, okay, there's footage, and the whale like tips the boat, and he falls into the whale's mouth, and the whale tastes the latex and spits it out. Okay, and the man says right there, the man goes, "I didn't mean to come in your mouth," right there. See, because the whale hit the boat, and the man fell in, and the man yells, "I didn't mean to come in your mouth," and the whale spit him out. Okay,
and a lot of that comes.
That's right. And his father was nearby in a boat yelling, "Tranquilo, tranquil, tranquilo, tranquil," which means calm down, calm down. That's how they say it in Spanish, you know? So it was like, "Hey, tranquilo, hey, tranquilo, tranquilo, calm down, calm down." Despite the horrific experience, his son appears to be unharmed. And he said he was completely shocked by the situation, and his pants were completely soiled. All right. So Adrian has since petitioned the Chilean government to legally change his name to Jonah. Uh, but Jonah didn't get swallowed by the whale either. Okay. So do not click on that. I'm telling you the whole story now, so you don't have to be like fooled by it. All right. And speaking of fooled by it, there's another video out there it's not true. Okay. It's not fucking true. It's a video about some. Now what? I should have written it down. God damn it. Aileen. They say her name is Aileen G. Anus, or depending, or spelled Anus. Aileen G. Anus. Okay. And the story is about a school lunch lady who in like 1949 poisoned 300 people at a school in, I think, Goobersville, Indiana. Okay. It's not true. It didn't happen. Okay. First of all, the AI dialogue is just atrocious. The AI voicing is terrible. The images don't fucking match what you're looking at. Like it says, she had a clear liquid and it's showing some brown sludge coming out of a spigot, probably coffee. At any rate, it didn't happen. Okay, there is no such place as Goobersville, Indiana. The high school, Sunnyvale High? That is the name of the high school from Buffy and the Vampire. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Okay, and there was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode where she had to stop people from being poisoned by the lunch lady. You see this? So you got somebody who was stuck watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, couldn't get enough of it, and obsessed with it, and decided to make a video, make one of those things, make it seem like it was real. It's not real. It didn't happen. It did not happen. It did not happen. Okay? There was an Eileen Wonus or something like that, and she murdered, I think, her husband 6 times, or she murdered 6 husbands 1 time. The communicative property, I think. Well, at any rate, now that's real. But this other thing, don't click on it. Don't waste your fucking time. Okay? It's not real. It did not happen. There. And who knows? Maybe I'll just make this a weekly thing. I'll just look for videos to debunk. Like just say it didn't happen. The video didn't happen. It just didn't fucking happen. All right? So, but you know it did happen. Okay? Yes was a very good progressive band. There's a video out there talks about Yes, and you know something, and people are like losing their shit and saying Gentle Giant and King Crimson, you know, and they're, you know, we're not knocking them because and here's the only issue I have with the video. Okay, they talk about Alan White and Rick Wakeman, but Yes had started off with Bill Buford and who's the keyboard player? Chick Corea? No. Damn it. I did know it. Honestly, I did. See, Bill Buford was on drums, so the keyboard player had to be
Rick Wakeman.
Rick Wakeman. That's what I said. No, before Rick Wakeman, right? There was a keyboard player before Rick Wakeman. At any rate, that's it.
Liberace.
Right, that one. So, but the video, look, I'm a Yes fan. I love Yes, and you could doesn't matter. I loved Yes up until they replaced Steve Howe with Robin Trout. No, not Robin Trower. Robin Wright. No, Edgar Howard. Whoever they replaced him with. Ron Howard. Somebody. They replaced him. Trevor Rabin. That's it. They replaced him with Trevor Rabin, and I'm not saying he's not a good guitar player, because he's a good guitar player, but he ain't no fucking Steve Howe. You know what I'm saying? Steve Howe, he's like 80 something years old, and he still plays like better. He played better at 80 than I did in my prime, and I had all of my fingers and all of my joints, and they were all very lucrative, and he was still way better. You know, way fucking better. Man's a genius. Man's a fucking genius. Okay. But that's beside the point. That's all I'm saying. So that's a good video. So if we're looking for good videos to follow and comment on, that's a good video. And follow some of the other videos. Just go down the list. You know, go down to Mind Dog TV, Coffee the Dog, and you go down the list of videos. There's a bunch of good videos for you to comment on. But don't be following that bullshit video about alien anus. It ain't real. Okay? It ain't real. It didn't happen. Save your money. Don't pay for that shit. All right. Now, at some point, and I'm sorry, I was supposed to do a bump for the Lord, and I was putting it off because I can't find my flask. So we're going to have to do this. As always, let's have a little bump for the Lord. This is a nice Cabernet Sauvignon, 19, I'm going to say 25, 26. No, 25, 24, 24, 19, 20, I'm sorry, 2024. But it's good vintage, California. Oh, I'm sorry. It says right there on the label, 2023. I was only off by a year. My nose is a little clogged. But anyway, a little bump for the Lord. Ugh. I'm not used to the good stuff. Not when it comes to wine, but Damn. So this
and a lot of that comes.
So now, before I start the sermon, what's it called? The sermons. Today's sermon is a national age of consent. And before we do that, I want to hear a word from our sponsor. So if there's people out there who want to be in the room, want to be on the show, Coffee with the Dog, please, 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 by all means, listen to Sister Curly Hair So Bright. Sister Curly Hair.
Comedians, musicians, songwriters, filmmakers, authors, and podcasters. Coffee with the Dog is booking for the
winter and spring.
Now, get free publicity and hone your interview skill in a fun and safe setting. Coffee with the Dog is a live radio, live stream podcast based in New York that airs daily Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock in syndication on iHeartRadio, as well as video streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and many other platforms. Guests usually come on remotely via StreamYard, like Zoom but easier, although occasionally we do in-studio interviews. The morning show focuses mainly on comedians and musicians, and they have interviewed many top names and classic celebrities such as Robert Klein, Mike Binder, Eddie Brill, Doug Stanhope, Steve Byrne, Paul Provenza, Jeff Altman, and many, many others. For booking, go to minddogtv.com/booking.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. I don't know why Tucker Tolson thought it was so funny that he had to interrupt Sister Golden Hair and laugh at it, because I didn't think it was all that funny. I thought it was very informative. But okay, so Tucker Tolson. All right. So let me get my little. There we go, brothers and sisters. Today's sermon is National Age of Consent. Okay, I think it's time that we consider a national age of consent. If we are serious about protecting our children from bad adult decisions, we have to do it. The government is hell-bent on protecting them from porn and drag queen story hours and other stuff that cannot harm them as much. But they still want to protect them. So why not a national age of consent? It's obvious that the Musk-Trump administration is hell-bent on fucking the country. And maybe we deserve it. Maybe we asked for it. We had multiple chances to prevent Trump shit show, the sequel, from happening, and we failed to do so. The people who are of voting age who allowed this to happen, shame on us. Okay, especially if you didn't vote, shame on you, you dirty motherfuckers. You stupid shit ass motherfuckers. Staying home. You don't give a shit about the children. That's right. But the children didn't vote for this. Let me say that again. The children did not vote for this. They didn't ask for this, and they don't deserve this. Yet they're about to get fucked in a big way. That's right. Trump and Musk shouldn't be allowed to fuck the kids. We wouldn't let anybody else fuck the kids. If somebody else came down here and says, I want to fuck your kids, you would defend your kids and say, no, you're not fucking my kid. My kid should grow up and only be fucked by the system after they're no longer a kid. So I propose a national age of consent. This will prevent the government from fucking our kids, regardless of party. Regardless of party. Let me say it again. A national age of consent would prevent the government from fucking our kids, regardless of party. The government cannot take away our kids' food. The government would not be able to take away our kids' education. The government would not be able to take away our kids' clean water and clean air. And the government would not be able to take away our kids' health care. Okay? That's right. No matter what Trump does to us adults, the kids shouldn't have to suffer. No, indeed. I know Jesus said, suffer the children unto me, but Jesus didn't say, suffer the children unto me because I'm going to fuck you royally. He never said that. He did not. Okay, and I'm not even sure what he meant by that. He needs to learn to speak the King's English and not some broken Hebrew. Because I don't know, suffer the children unto me? What the fuck does that mean? Jesus, what are you talking about? All right. But what I'm saying is the children shouldn't have to suffer for what we've done. But there is no national age of consent. So our kids are getting fucked. That's right. Every bad decision that Trump makes, that Musk makes, they want to cut SNAP. They want to cut CHIP. Well, not CHIP. SNAP, SNP, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. It's not just adults who get Social Security. Okay? I tell you, my father died when I was 8. He was a vet. He was a veteran. World War II vet. When I was 8, he died. My mother had 3 children to take care of at that point. Maybe 4. Well, she had 4 children, but she was only taking care of 3 at that time. That's right. So, and she got Social Security to help her raise so that we wouldn't starve. Okay? To compensate to reward my father for, his sacrifice that he did in World War II, whatever he did. According to my mother, he was just fucking officers' wives, which could be. The man had a rifle and he knew how to use it. So he had a weapon, a gun. He was well endowed. Damn it. Don't make me say it. I want to think about my father fucking officers' wives. That's the point. The point is he served his country and a few others as well. But when he died, the government said, Mrs. Fenderson, sorry, that's the wrong woman. Don't give her any money. Said to my mother, here's some money for your father, for your husband, and to take care of your kids. That's what this money is for. So your kids won't starve. Your kids will have a roof over their head, and your kids, will be taken care of because they don't have a father, and their father served their country and some wives honorably. So there are other people out there, just like my father, maybe without fucking the officers' wives, but there are other people out there who served their country and passed on, and their kids should be getting a Social Security. But if they cut the Social Security, they're fucking the kids as well. See, that's what I'm talking about. And these people in the White House, Musk and company, they don't give a shit about the kids. They don't. Okay? They're just fucking our kids. And that makes Musk and Trump pedophiles. That's right. That's right. They're pedophiles. And what did he? Sorry. Or rather, what did we, not what did he, what did we do? What did we do to pedophiles in the past? Think about that. Before Trump and his friends normalized it, we took care of those bastards. And not in a good way. In a way that made them say, I'm sorry, I was just trying to love him. I never meant to hurt him. I was only loving him. Yeah. See, we used to deal with them in a harsh way. But now what happens? You can be a pedophile, and then Trump will nominate you for some kind of fucking office, AG or something, okay? Or you could be a rapist, and he makes you, all of a sudden, you're the head of the military. Or even the head of the fucking country. Since January 20th, nearly 70 court cases have been filed against the Musk-Trump administration. And 14 of 23 Democratic-controlled states are suing Trump, Musk, Doge, D-O-G-E, over their use and the misuse of unchecked power on the grounds that it violates the Constitution. The Constitution's Appointments Clause, yeah. Now, as of right now, Judge Chutkin says, as of right now, you have till Sunday, the people who brought the cases, I can't stop the country on what you're saying, but you have till Sunday to reshape your case and present it to me again on Monday. So we'll see what happens on that. It's on hold. But most of those cases are on behalf of government workers, okay? And as we know, most government workers, almost all of them, are not children. They're adults, almost all of them, unless you are working for Doge, then you could be 19, which is technically an adult, but you're still a fucking child, okay? You haven't seen much. Probably haven't even graduated from college. So could it be your first fucking job? 19 years old and your first fucking job is destroying the government. Okay? So like I said, most of those cases are on behalf of adults, government workers. And even if Trump were to lose all of them, okay, even if he lost every last one of those cases in court, who's going to make Trump comply with the law? Okay, I mean, the courts can order the marshals to grab Trump and bring him to the stand, and before the court have to explain himself, and he's just going to say, I'm the president, I do what I want, you can't make me do anything else. Let's see you enforce the law. Okay, white power. Okay, but the marshals are part of the executive branch, and all Trump has to do is say, stand back and stand by. Wait, that's Proud Boys. Stand down, stand down. That's it, stand down. And the president, not Musk, Trump can just halt that thing right there. They're not going to haul him away. And the Justice Department has been so weaponized and broken by Trump that they're not going to defend the Constitution either. No, they can't shit and they won't get off the pot. I know. They're sitting in the stall. And they're just reaching their hand underneath the wall of the stall and yelling at the Trump on the next stall saying, hey, Trump, can you hand me another page of that Constitution? I'm almost done. I want to wipe my ass. That's right. That's what they're doing. They're sitting right there and reaching underneath the wall, asking for another page of the Constitution so they can wipe their ass with it. Now, there are some good ones. There are some good members of the Justice Department, DOJ. At least, okay, they were some good ones. There were. They keep resigning, okay? They resign rather than violate their oaths to uphold the law. That's right. They resign rather than to violate their oaths to uphold the law. Now, you have Danielle Sassoon and Hagen Scotton from the SDNY. They turned in their resignations. They both handed in scathing letters saying, "You guys are fucking up. You're violating the oaths. You're doing all kinds of bad shit." You know. So those two resigned. And then there are 5 members of the Department of Justice Public Integrity Office. They resigned. Top people, important people with good paying jobs. They resigned because acting assistant director to asshole justice Bove requests to dismiss charges against the New York Mayor Adams as part of a quid pro quo with Donald Trump. Okay. Yeah. They resigned. Now, eventually, Bove got somebody to sign it. Here's the other thing. He didn't want to put his own name on it. He didn't want to sign his name to it because he knew that it's going to have to go before a judge. Okay, Judge Ho. I know. It's like, wait a second, Judge Ho. I thought all the hoes were working for Trump. You mean there's actually one that's a judge? Yes. Judge Ho has to review this. It's not in the bag. It's not like, okay, case is dismissed. A judge has to review this. And for those of you with bad memories, remember this. Remember this. This happened back in December or maybe November. Hunter Biden had a deal with prosecutors. They made a deal with prosecutors and his defense attorneys. They made a deal. And Biden was going to, they made a deal. No jail, probation, slap on the wrist, fines, da-da-da. And the judge says, what? I don't like this deal. No, we can't, no. And also the prosecutor changed his mind too. But then anyway, it had to go before a judge. And the judge goes, no. We're going to trial. See, the judge does that. And the judge is not part of the Department of Justice. They cannot remove the judge from the case. They can't. It's not in their purview. So it's up to the judge to decide whether or not Adams' case is going to be dismissed. That's right. It's up to that hoe. And that Judge Ho. Now, Mayor Adams, because they want to dismiss this case, I believe they call it without prejudice, which means they can bring that case back. Okay. And so since that threat of prosecution is hanging over Adams' head, now Mayor Adams has to do Trump's bidding or the charges against Adams will be brought back. See, that's the clever thing. It's like, oh yeah, we'll dismiss the charges, but we can bring them back if you don't do what we say. All right. So of course, Mayor McCheese is at the mercy of the clown. That's what we're saying. For example, the Trump administration via Kristi Noem, Homeland Security Secretary, took $80 million of federal funding that was guaranteed to the city of New York and approved by Congress. They took it out of their bank account. Okay. And Mayor H.R. Pufnstuf, Adams didn't say anything until yesterday. Okay. And money's been gone for almost a week. And he decides to say, and he didn't say anything until the press got a hold of it. And then he made a statement. I'm sorry. If he was actually the mayor of New York, he'd have said something as soon as that money went missing. Be like, what? What the fuck? Because, if his bribes didn't go through, you'd have heard him talk about it. Well, maybe not heard him. You'd have seen it. No. Or the people that, if they took back his bribes, he'd be like, what the fuck you guys doing? I did your bidding. You going to take back your bribe? But $80 million of federal funding taken out of the account, and then the city of New York was then overdrawn by $79.5 million. I've never been overdrawn in my account by $79.5 million. I'd stop after 1 million because those check fees are bitch. It was like a $35,000 or $15,000 late fee or overdraft fee. Now, the bank took it back because the city of New York is a good customer. They do that for good customers. Okay. In addition to that, the mayor of Mayor Adams, is letting ICE agents go into Rikers to deport incarcerated undocumented prisoners. Okay. Now, you may be saying, so what? They're criminals. Get them the fuck out of here. That's not the point. The point is, it is against New York law. Okay? It's against the law. The procedure, if you have undocumented, quote, illegal people who are in the country illegally and they're serving their sentence in New York jail, because New York is a sanctuary city, if ICE wants them, ICE files paperwork, and then ICE can have them after they've served their time. No questions asked. That's it. You want them, you can have them, but first they pay their debt to New York. They got to make their license plates. They have to call people on behalf of magazine subscriptions. They have to make little doilies and to sell. They have to make doilies at 25 cents an hour so we can sell them for $25. That's what they got to do. Or maybe they're part of the cleanup crew and they walk the streets and they pick up the trash in New York. And they missed Mayor Adams. They walked right by him and didn't pick him up. Son of a bitch. ICE can have them then. But the reason why ICE wants them now, I'm sorry, not ICE, Holman and Trump. The reason why they want them now is because they've been deporting all these people and most of them are not criminals. Matter of fact, very few of them are actually criminals, other than the fact that they have civil criminal, like they came into the country illegally, okay? That's it. Beyond that, most of them had good jobs, families, paid taxes, no record, no criminal record. And so Trump is trying to save face and says, give us these people in New York and we can get them out and then we can say, see all these criminals we got out and we can frog march them to a government plane and send them to Guantanamo. That's why he wants those people in Rikers. That's why he wants to hold Adams under his thumb and push like this. It's nothing to do with immigration and everything to do with theater, okay? And if we know anything about theater, Trump is trying to get a Tony. He can't get a Tony, so he puts himself on the board at the Kennedy Institute, the Kennedy Theater, the Kennedy thing, that building with the Kennedy's name on it, where they have the shows, whatever it's called. It's Kennedy Center, okay? Trump is a mess. He's a fucking mess. And the way he's doing shit, it's even fucking messier. Okay? This is how he works. Fire. Ready. Aim. Repeat. Same thing over and over again. There's a reason that Trump cannot legally own a firearm. Fire. Ready. Aim. Repeat. That's it. Now, brothers and sisters, what I'm saying here is nothing new. We all know this. Trump is nothing more than a common criminal with uncommon power. But he's still a common criminal. And he wants everyone and everything to be as corrupt as he is, so that he doesn't look as corrupt as he is by comparison. It's our choice. We can be ethical and moral or pieces of shit like convicted felon, unregistered sex offender, public housing resident Donald Trump. It's up to you. But here's the deal. We got to protect the children. We got to stop the children from being fucked over by these people. So if you're not going to fight for yourself, fight for the children. You know, you got to get rid of Trump and Musk one way or another. You got to stop them somehow, okay? And it's not just one way, because they're not attacking us in one way. It will be like, if you have a house, this is my house. This is my house, okay? If a bunch of guys came up with sticks and flamethrowers to tear my house down, and I went out there only stopping the guys with the sticks and the bricks, okay, my windows may not get broken, but the blowtorch people are still going to burn the fucking place down. And the people with the water hoses are going to flood my basement. So I need help. I can't just stop the guys with the sticks and bricks from breaking windows. I got to stop the guy with the blowtorch who's going to burn my house down. So I need help with that. I got to stop the guy with the hose who's going to flood my basement and ruin my foundation. I need help with that. I can't fight them all by myself. I can only take on one at a time. And that's it. That's Trump. Trump is all those marauders. He's the barbarians at the gate. And they got torches and they got water hoses and they got bombs and they got sticks. And we're just fighting them with words saying, please stop. Don't do that. That's wrong. We need our own blowtorches. We need our own sticks. We need our own things to stop them. And if you don't do it for yourself, do it for the children. Because the children are getting fucked. And they shouldn't be getting fucked. We need a national age of consent to protect the children. Now, speaking of protecting the children, I want to play this little thing about gig salad. Yes, gig salad, and how you can hire G. Fenderson and myself to perform at your private parties. All right, take it away. Add to stage. A month ago, my family was auditioning to be on Family Feud. When we got there, this auditorium, there was about 300 people, roughly 50 families there. And a lot of kids, probably hoping to meet their fathers. Wait a minute, that's a different Family Feud, that's Murray. But we're auditioning, and one of the things about the Family Feud, if you've ever watched, you notice that no matter what ridiculous shit someone says, good answer, yeah. Good answer, good job, good answer. You're probably thinking they're retarded, but they're not. They tell you, this is your family. No matter what happens on the show, when you go home, that's your family. They're still your family. You can hate them if you want to. You can be embarrassed by them, but they're your family. So you just applaud them and say, good answer. If it was an HBO show, name a tree that does not give shade. Family tree. Good answer. Good answer. Name a tree that does not give shade. A money tree. Good answer. Good answer. Name a tree that does not give shade. Dentist tree. Good answer. Good answer. That's right. And the next line is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because it's an HBO show. That was the wrong clip, I guess. It was cut off before we finished. But that's the point. The point is, good answer. Protecting the children. That's a good answer. All right? Good answer. So, brothers and sisters, as we wind down the show, we come to the 2-minute mark. We're going to go into, we could do the hurry up offense, or we can take our time and read through this. So before I close, I want to thank those of you who have subscribed to my fledgling YouTube channel. It's growing one person a month. That's great, right? Dear to Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, and also check out and subscribe to my Facebook fan page as well. So bless you if you subscribe. Bless you very much. I also invite you to go to gigsalad.com. Check out GD Fenderson the next time you need to hire a comedian for a private event. Also, my wife, Amona, is in Europe. She's been there. We didn't get to celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day. We celebrated it last week on the 8th and 9th. 2 days. That's right. That's right. 2 days. That's right. You say, whoa, you and your wife had sex for 2 days? That's right. Because we started at 11:59 p.m. on the 8th, and we stopped around 12:01 on the 9th. That's right. 2 days. So she's in Europe right now with her friends, having a good time. So, dear Lord, my wife's insurance is paid up, but we still want her back. So deliver her, let her have fun, and deliver her safely back to us, because the people do not want to see me on the 23rd crying my eyes out in the middle of a sermon because Amona's not here. So bring her back safely. On behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Royal family, my wife Amona, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie, and our dog Stop Dropping, I wish you safe travels and hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Orthodox Time on Mind Dog TV and everywhere that our word is heard. Yes, indeed. Lord have mercy. In the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! Thank you, Kirk Thompson.